Well, hello again. It's about that time. Tarot for our times. This is Sarah, your medium on the go. And wow, what a weekend this has been. I remember in the olden days when the weekend was basically, well, maybe the president would go to Camp David and meet some dignitaries or go hang out with his family, but not with this one. This was a pope's funeral, plus a lot of other stuff going on in the background. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today in my reads. I bought this deck, which is the called the After Tarot, and this was the let's see if I can find the box. Oh, that's the After Tarot. And this is kind of like what happens after the aftermath of the basic tarot deck, and that's been fun to work with. So because it was my birthday on Saturday, I decided I needed to go to buy myself a birthday present, which was another deck of tarot cards at a shop I really like in Pittsburgh called it used to be called Juju's. It's called Ceremony now. Every time I go in there, they have new decks of tarot cards. So I did enjoy the Before Tarot, and this is oh no, the After Tarot. Now I found one that's now the Before Tarot. This is the box. So this sort of happens leading up to what the card is supposed to be. So I decided, and they're beautiful decks. So I decided what I was going to do was do short readings since so much happened. And this is an experiment. I've been shuffling this. So it's kind of an experiment. So what I'm going to do is with this new deck, which is bigger than the After Tarot, these little guys here. So what I want to do is take each issue as a short reading, and the Here and Now, the card drawn for the Here and Now, will be this pretty standard deck. It's kind of a takeoff on the Rider deck. It's oops, I got something from the other one of the others mixed in there because I wanted them to be pretty close in the illustration. So this will be the signifier. Then what I have leading up to it will be the Before Tarot. And then the third one was kind of like, well, what's going to be happening, or what's going to be a result? What happens next? It's going to be these little guys, the After Tarot. So they're quite unusual decks. I'm going to see how that works. I have been shuffling them. I'm going to give them another shuffle again. Because there's just a lot of hits that I would like to make, and probably in the future I will use these for the shorter reads. But I may decide at one point again to do a whole bunch of questions. So, well, things have not been looking very good for the toddler. The first point I want to bring up, there are two senators, Grassley and Kennedy, who are, they're real staunch Republicans to the right of Attila the Hun. They kind of glommed onto the whole MAGA thing. They really love it, but not when it comes to Putin. And this is the thing, they're getting a little bit, upset with the way their former hero has been handling this. Now, they're not ready to impeach him or anything like that, but they've been vocally expressing their displeasure, which is something you wouldn't have even heard 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I'm going to do The first one will be, okay, so what's going on with this? There may be more to it than it's just Putin. So the signifier is the Two of Pentacles. Now, we could be going that, I think I heard them say, well, don't forget about the tariffs too. So this is about the imbalance. The indicator card is the imbalance of everything. I mean, these guys are old school, like right when you remember when the Soviet Union used to be our enemy. Okay, so we've got this in reverse. Things are just so off balance, and the seas are very rough. So they're really expressing their displeasure over this. So let's see, what do we have leading up to this? Because this is quite unusual. So in the Before Tarot, we have the Eight of Swords. And she's getting ready to take her place in martyrdom. And this kind of dark, kind of like a Grim Reaper figure is kind of leading her up to her spot. And I think that's her way of saying, oh, this isn't my choice. The darker forces have forced me into this. So it's kind of like adding to she's on her way to being a victim. I would say that this figure probably represents her, the shadow side of her personality. So she's going to take her place among her negative thoughts, refusing to see reality. So this is what these guys have been pretty much all about. But see right here, this is where it's gotten them. Everything is off balance. So maybe they're going to be thinking before they take their place. Because I'm telling you, this MAGA victimhood with the white men is just like, okay. So the After Tarot, which is what I've been working with for a little bit. So it's their resolve. Okay, so this is what they're after, is this finding the balance, getting things on a sober level again, and trying to blend the elements of their better instincts and the material world. And they're going, see, this is the dove in this. Yep, it's the dove. They're going for peace. It's like going into the midterms and not stopping a war that we're probably had a hand in, keeping going, is kind of like their deal. That's why they're very unhappy. Now, I do have some regular cards just in case to clarify, but I don't think this is pretty self-explanatory, so we don't need to clarify that. So, okay, so, and I want to do the poles low. This kind of leads into the poles are really low, and, they're feeling it. Now, as you know from my past posts, I'm not a huge believer in poles. What I think is that his unfavorable numbers are probably a lot lower in reality. I mean, he's unfair higher. His favorable is lower in reality. Okay, so I'll give these a quick shuffle since they're not very big spreads. So, okay, so we're looking at they're the kind of like the same gang with the buyer's regret, with polls being very low, and the town halls. I mean, they're looking at the fact that their candidates. I think even the long-term people are in trouble for this. I mean, they can have voter suppression till the cows come home, but I know from organizing and being active in politics, that there's some groups out there that are getting people's paperwork in order, helping people get registered to vote, giving rights. This is the Democrats do that really, really well. I think there's some action going on with that, and if you get them to turn out, a lot of the it nullifies the shenanigans. Okay, so let's see about where we're at with these low bad Paul, and he's freaking out. He's going into total fantasy land. So where we are right now is the Nine of Cups, and in reverse. This is telling me that the smugness they had post-election has evaporated. They're no longer the smug merchants, especially the oligarchs that are, they're starting to turn on him. So we have that. So what do we have leading up to this? With people reacting to the MAGAs reacting to the low polls. So we have leading up to this in the before tarot is Nine of Pentacles is saying, sorry, that's going to be the result of it. Sorry about that, got it mixed up. So then we have, I was going to say, leading up to this is the Sun. Okay, the Sun is, the truth is out there, but see, that baby hasn't landed on that horse, because that's the one that sends the message. So the sun is shining. Is that a unicorn? Oh no, that's a horse. So that horse looks like it's ready to take off, whether the little messenger is ready to go or not. So okay, so then we have the Sun getting ready to go. The truth is out there. I think this is like, okay, how are we going to communicate this? Then we have the starting point was the here and now is a Nine of Cups. Now they're realizing that they don't have everything in place. And I'll tell you, even with, I want to go to the architects of Project 25. They really picked a crappy person to do this. They really need to go back to the puppet shop on this. Because, I don't know, these people are supposed to be smart. Didn't they know he's a loose cannon and unpredictable? Okay, so what is going to happen next? Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. The after Nine of Pentacles is like, she's not quite so sure of herself, and now she's realizing that she's kind of trapped in this whole wall of money that she built, and that things are just not going the way, and she doesn't quite know what to do about it. And I always think of this as be careful what you wish for. Now she's been there for a while, and the harvest doesn't look too great. So she's not really happy with that. Okay, so with the muskrat, I could spend hours on this one. Okay, with the muskrat, if he's on his way out, they're being a bit coy about this, but he's